Ladies and gentlemen, today we are embarking on a journey into one of the most powerful forces that shape our lives, our self-talk. It is a force so subtle that most of us are unaware of how much it governs our productivity, our peace, and our potential. But when we truly understand and harness it, we can shift the trajectory of our lives. I want to challenge you to consider the following. The life you are living right now is a reflection of the conversation you've been having with yourself. Yes, every success, every failure, every breakthrough, and every setback is influenced by the dialogue within. This internal conversation is the cornerstone of your productivity, your confidence, and your future. Thoughts are the foundation of our existence, and self-talk is the steering wheel of our thoughts. What we think, we become. The quality of our life is determined by the quality of our inner conversation. Every action we take, every decision we make, and every outcome we experience is influenced by the conversations happening in our minds. Our minds are not merely passive spaces where thoughts come and go. They are active forces that shape our reality. We are not the victims of our thoughts, but rather the creators of our world through our thinking. When we fail to take control of our thoughts, they control us. Our thoughts become the lens through which we see ourselves, our situations, and the world around us. They dictate how we feel, how we respond to challenges, and how we interact with others. If we allow negative or limiting thoughts to dominate our minds, we create a world of self-doubt, insecurity, and fear. These destructive thoughts lead to inaction, procrastination, and missed opportunities. But when we consciously choose to direct our thoughts toward empowerment, possibility, and growth, we open ourselves up to unlimited potential. Self-talk is the internal dialogue we engage in daily. It's the way we speak to ourselves when no one else is around. Often this inner dialogue is so automatic that we don't even realize the impact it has on us. The words we say to ourselves have immense power. They can either lift us up or tear us down. When we speak negatively to ourselves, we are reinforcing the belief that we are not good enough, capable enough, or deserving of success. This constant stream of negativity feeds into our fears and insecurities, making it difficult to take positive action. It creates a cycle of self-sabotage, where we hold ourselves back from the very things we desire. On the other hand, positive self-talk serves as a powerful tool to unlock our potential. When we consciously replace negative thoughts with affirming, empowering statements, we rewire our minds to focus on possibility rather than limitation. Instead of telling ourselves, "I can't do this," we can say, "I am capable of overcoming this challenge." Instead of focusing on our weaknesses, we can remind ourselves of our strengths and past successes. By intentionally speaking words of affirmation, encouragement, and motivation to ourselves, we shift our mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. The transformation of negative self-talk into positive affirmation doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, practice, and patience. Negative thought patterns are deeply ingrained in our minds, often from years of conditioning, societal pressures, or past experiences. But the good news is that we have the power to change them. Our minds are not fixed. They are flexible and adaptable. With consistent effort, we can train our minds to think in a way that supports our dreams and aspirations. Self-talk also plays a crucial role in how we handle challenges. Life is filled with obstacles, setbacks, and disappointments. How we respond to these challenges depends largely on the conversation we have with ourselves in those moments. If our self-talk is filled with doubt and defeat, we are more likely to give up or avoid the challenge altogether. However, when we speak to ourselves with resilience and determination, we find the strength to push through difficulties and stay committed to our goals. We begin to see challenges not as insurmountable problems, but as opportunities for growth, learning, and transformation. The way we speak to ourselves is also directly tied to our self-worth and self-esteem. The language we use in our self-talk can either affirm or undermine our belief in our own value. If we constantly criticize ourselves, compare ourselves to others, or focus on our flaws, we erode our sense of self-worth. But if we choose to speak kindly to ourselves, to celebrate our progress, and to acknowledge our achievements, we build a stronger, more resilient sense of self. Self-talk becomes a tool for nurturing our self-esteem and reinforcing our belief in our own value and capabilities. Mastering self-talk is not just about replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. It is about becoming more self-aware and mindful of the words we choose to use. It is about creating a mental environment that supports our growth and success. When we intentionally focus on cultivating positive, empowering self-talk, we begin to notice changes in the way we approach life. Our energy shifts, our outlook improves, and our ability to take bold, confident action increases. The conversations we have with ourselves create a ripple effect that influences every aspect of our lives. One of the most important aspects of mastering self-talk is consistency. Just like any habit, positive self-talk must be practiced regularly to become a natural part of our mindset. It requires a level of discipline and commitment to ensure that we are consistently choosing thoughts and words that serve our highest good. This discipline isn't about perfection, but about intentionality. Every time we catch ourselves engaging in negative self-talk, we have the opportunity to redirect our thoughts towards something more positive. Over time, these positive patterns of thinking become automatic, and our internal dialogue begins to reflect the confidence, resilience, and clarity we seek in our external lives. In conclusion, mastering self-talk is one of the most powerful ways to create a more productive, fulfilling life. Our thoughts shape our reality, and the conversations we have with ourselves determine the direction we take. By becoming aware of our self-talk and consciously choosing to replace negativity with positivity, we can unlock our full potential and achieve the success we desire. It is in the mastery of our inner dialogue that we find the key to living a life of purpose, power, and fulfillment. Self-talk isn't just idle chatter in the mind. It's a powerful force that shapes our reality. It can either build or break us. Your internal dialogue can be the architect of your success or the saboteur of your potential. The conversations we have with ourselves impact every facet of our lives, from the way we view ourselves to the actions we take. What we say to ourselves consciously or unconsciously determines the quality of our thoughts, behaviors, and ultimately, the outcomes we experience. Think of self-talk as the lens through which we view the world. It colors everything we do and influences our perception of every situation. For example, if your self-talk is filled with negativity, you will likely approach challenges with a mindset of defeat, focusing on what you lack rather than what you can achieve. This type of thinking breeds fear and anxiety, leaving you paralyzed or unable to take the necessary steps forward. You might find yourself second-guessing decisions, doubting your abilities, and even avoiding opportunities out of fear of failure. In this state, you become your own worst enemy, preventing yourself from growing and reaching your fullest potential. On the other hand, positive self-talk can propel you toward greatness. When you speak to yourself with encouragement, compassion, and belief, you create an environment within your mind that is conducive to success. You'll begin to see challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities to grow and learn. Rather than focusing on the things that could go wrong, you start thinking about how you can make things go right. Positive self-talk strengthens your resilience, builds confidence, and empowers you to take action. When you believe in yourself and affirm your ability to succeed, you're more likely to push past difficulties and keep moving forward. It's important to understand that self-talk is not just a reaction to external events. It shapes the way we experience those events. Two people can experience the same situation, but how they interpret and react to it will be determined by their inner dialogue. For example, two individuals might face a challenging task at work. One person might tell themselves, "I've handled tough situations before and I can handle this one too. I have the skills and determination to succeed." Meanwhile, the other might think, "This is too hard. I'm not cut out for this. I'm going to fail." The first individual is more likely to take proactive steps, problem solve, and perform well, while the second may freeze, avoid the task, or make mistakes because their self-talk has already convinced them of their inability. The power of self-talk also extends to how we deal with failure. Failure is an inevitable part of life and growth, but how we respond to it is largely influenced by our internal dialogue. If we view failure through the lens of negative self-talk, we can easily internalize it and let it define us. We might start thinking, I'll never get this right, or I'm just not good enough. This mindset can lead to discouragement, diminished motivation, and a lack of progress. However, if we use positive self-talk in the face of failure, we can turn setbacks into stepping stones. Instead of saying, I failed, we can say, I've learned something valuable, and now I'm better prepared for next time. This shift in thinking opens the door for growth, improvement, and resilience. Our self-talk also affects our relationships and how we interact with others. If you constantly tell yourself that people don't like you, or that you're not worthy of love and respect, you will likely project these insecurities onto others. This can create a cycle of self-fulfilling prophecy, where your negative self-talk leads to behaviors that alienate others and reinforce your fears. Conversely, when you practice self-love and affirm your worth, you're more likely to build positive, healthy relationships. You approach others with confidence, kindness, and trust, which in turn creates a more supportive and fulfilling social environment. One of the most powerful aspects of self-talk is that it is within our control. While we cannot always control external circumstances, we always have the power to choose how we respond internally. This choice is the difference between feeling helpless and empowered, stuck and free. By becoming aware of our inner dialogue and consciously shifting it from negative to positive, we can break free from the limitations we've placed on ourselves. When we start speaking to ourselves with the same love, encouragement, and belief that we would offer a friend, we unlock our full potential and open the door to success. The impact of self-talk is not only emotional or psychological, it is physical as well. Studies have shown that the way we speak to ourselves can affect our health, stress levels, and overall well-being. Negative self-talk has been linked to increased stress, anxiety, and even physical ailments, while positive self-talk can reduce stress, improve mental clarity, and boost overall health. The mind-body connection is powerful, and by choosing positive thoughts, we are choosing to improve not only our mental and emotional state, but also our physical well-being. In conclusion, self-talk is more than just a reflection of our thoughts. It is a driving force that determines our actions, emotions, and overall success. The dialogue we engage in internally has the power to either build us up or tear us down. By becoming conscious of our self-talk and intentionally shifting it to a more positive and empowering narrative, we can reshape our reality. Our internal dialogue is not just a byproduct of external circumstances. It is the lens through which we view and interact with the world. When we master our self-talk, we master our lives. Negative self-talk is like poison to the mind and spirit. It seeps into our thoughts, dampens our potential, and clouds our judgment. Every time we engage in negative self-talk, we reinforce limiting beliefs and diminish our self-worth. These thoughts become like chains, binding us to a life of mediocrity and self-doubt. If we are ever to unlock our full potential, we must actively combat these destructive patterns by transforming negative self-talk into positive affirmations. By doing so, we align our inner dialogue with our purpose, values, and goals, creating an environment where success can flourish. The first step in transforming negative self-talk is to recognize it. Many of us have grown so accustomed to the critical voice inside our heads that we don't even realize it's there. We may think we're simply being realistic or cautious, when in fact we are feeding ourselves a steady diet of negativity. These thoughts might sound like, I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, or I can't do this. They can be subtle, such as assuming failure before even trying, or more overt, like direct self-criticism. But regardless of the form, they all lead to the same place: self-sabotage. Once we recognize the negative self-talk, the next step is to challenge it. Negative thoughts are often based on past experiences or fears of the future, not on objective truths. They are rooted in limiting beliefs, false stories we've told ourselves over time. For instance, if you've experienced failure in the past, your mind may convince you that you are destined to fail again, even though the past does not determine your future. Similarly, if you fear judgment or rejection, your self-talk may be filled with thoughts like, I'm not worthy of success, or people won't approve of me. These thoughts are based on assumptions, not facts, and challenging them is key to breaking free from their grip. The power of transformation comes when we replace these limiting beliefs with positive affirmations. Affirmations are powerful statements that challenge negative thoughts and reframe them into empowering, optimistic beliefs. They are not wishful thinking or empty statements. Rather, they are declarations that align with who we are becoming and what we want to achieve. Affirmations help us rewire our thinking, focusing our minds on possibility and growth instead of fear and limitation. For example, instead of saying, "I can't do this," we can replace it with, "I am capable of overcoming challenges and learning along the way." Rather than thinking, "I'm not good enough," affirm, "I am worthy of success and I have unique talents to offer the world." These positive affirmations affirm our value, our abilities, and our potential. By speaking them aloud and repeating them regularly, we begin to internalize these truths and reshape our mindset. To be most effective, affirmations must align with our purpose, values, and goals. It is not enough to simply say positive words. Those words must resonate deeply with who we are and where we want to go. When you create affirmations, ask yourself, what do I truly believe about myself? What are my values, and how can I speak to them in a way that lifts me up? If your goal is to build confidence, your affirmations should focus on recognizing your strengths and embracing challenges with courage. If your goal is to grow professionally, affirmations like, "I am continuously growing in my career and attracting opportunities for success," can keep your focus on your desired outcome. Affirmations also work best when they are specific and present tense. Vague statements like, "I want to be successful," may lack the clarity and conviction needed to create change. Instead, use statements like, "I am successful and I attract success in every area of my life," or "I am confident in my abilities and I am taking steps every day to achieve my goals." By using present tense language, you program your mind to believe that success is not a distant possibility, but a present reality. Another essential aspect of transforming negative self-talk into positive affirmations is consistency. Just like any skill, it requires regular practice to make positive thinking a habit. Negative self-talk has had years to embed itself in our minds, so changing this narrative won't happen overnight. But with persistence, the practice of affirming our value, our capabilities, and our purpose will gradually shift our thinking. When you wake up in the morning, affirm your worth and set your intentions for the day. When faced with challenges, counter any self-doubt with empowering thoughts. The more you speak positive affirmations into your life, the more they will become your truth. Positive affirmations not only change the way we think, but also how we feel and act. When we replace negativity with affirmations, we change the emotional state we carry. A person who affirms their strength, resilience, and ability to succeed walks through the world with greater confidence, joy, and peace. This shift in mindset is contagious. As you transform your inner dialogue, you will notice a change in your interactions with others, your level of energy, and your capacity to handle setbacks. The positive thoughts you affirm will start to manifest in tangible results, reinforcing your belief in the power of your words. It's important to remember that transforming negative self-talk into positive affirmations is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when the old patterns of thought try to creep back in. It's during these moments that we must be especially vigilant. Don't be discouraged by setbacks. Every time you catch a negative thought and replace it with a positive affirmation, you are moving closer to mastering your mind. Over time, the new, empowering beliefs will become the default setting of your inner dialogue, and your life will begin to reflect the positive changes you've made within. The power of affirmations lies in their ability to change the way we perceive ourselves and our potential. By transforming negative self-talk into positive affirmations, we create an environment within ourselves that nurtures growth, success, and happiness. When we align our inner dialogue with our values, purpose, and goals, we unlock our full potential and begin to live the life we were always meant to live. Before you can master your self-talk, you must first understand who you truly are. Self-awareness and self-discovery are not just tools for personal growth. They are the foundation upon which your ability to change your internal dialogue rests. When you have a deep understanding of your strengths, weaknesses, values, and purpose, you gain clarity about what truly matters to you. This clarity becomes the lens through which you can transform your thoughts, actions, and self-talk. The more you know yourself, the more power you have to shape your inner conversation and ultimately your reality. Self-discovery is a journey, not a destination. It requires introspection, reflection, and most importantly, honesty. Often we go through life with a limited understanding of who we are because we are so focused on external achievements or the opinions of others. We base our sense of self-worth on what we've accomplished, what others think of us, or how we measure up against societal standards. But these external measures of success are fleeting. True self-awareness goes beyond the surface. It delves into understanding your core beliefs, desires, and motivations. When we understand ourselves at this deeper level, we can begin to identify the root causes of our negative self-talk. Many of the negative thoughts we have about ourselves are not necessarily true. They are reflections of past experiences, fears, or societal conditioning. For example, if you've faced rejection or failure in the past, your mind may convince you that you are not good enough, that you will never succeed, or that you are incapable of achieving your goals. However, these thoughts are often based on old stories or assumptions that don't reflect your true potential. The key to breaking free from this cycle of negative self-talk is to become aware of these thoughts, challenge them, and replace them with affirmations that align with your true self. Self-awareness also involves recognizing your strengths. Often we are quick to focus on our weaknesses or perceived flaws, but true self-awareness requires us to embrace our strengths and acknowledge the unique qualities that make us who we are. When you become aware of your strengths, you can use them to empower your self-talk. Instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," you might say, "I have valuable skills and strengths that I can apply to this challenge." Recognizing your strengths not only boosts your confidence, but also helps you navigate life's obstacles with a sense of purpose and assurance. In addition to recognizing your strengths, self-discovery allows you to identify your weaknesses without judgment. Understanding your limitations doesn't mean you are weak. It means you are honest with yourself and can take proactive steps toward growth. By accepting your weaknesses and understanding where you may need improvement, you can be more compassionate with yourself and engage in self-talk that encourages growth rather than self-criticism. Instead of thinking, "I'll never get this right," you can say, "I may not be there yet, but I am committed to learning and growing." The more you understand your values, the clearer your self-talk becomes. Your values are the guiding principles that shape your decisions, behavior, and relationships. When you are clear on what matters most to you, you can align your self-talk with these values. For example, if one of your core values is integrity, your self-talk might focus on how you are always striving to act with honesty and fairness. If creativity is one of your values, you might affirm that you have the ability to innovate and think outside the box. When your self-talk is aligned with your values, it becomes a powerful tool for reinforcing your sense of purpose and direction. Self-discovery also involves recognizing the stories you tell yourself about who you are. These stories are often shaped by past experiences, societal expectations, or the opinions of others. However, these stories do not define your future. You have the power to rewrite your narrative. If you've always believed that you're not good enough, that you will never succeed, or that you're destined for failure, you can choose to create a new story, one that reflects your true potential. By changing the story you tell yourself, you change the way you think, the way you speak to yourself, and ultimately, the way you live your life. Self-awareness and self-discovery also foster self-compassion. The more you understand your own journey, the struggles you've faced, the lessons you've learned, and the progress you've made, the more compassionate you become toward yourself. Self-compassion allows you to be gentle with yourself when things don't go as planned, and it encourages positive self-talk during times of difficulty. Instead of berating yourself for mistakes or setbacks, self-compassion helps you to see them as opportunities for growth and learning. This shift in mindset enables you to speak to yourself with kindness and encouragement, rather than judgment and criticism. Furthermore, self-awareness helps you to recognize the impact of your environment on your thoughts. The people you surround yourself with, the media you consume, and the messages you internalize all influence your self-talk. When you are self-aware, you can identify whether these external influences are uplifting or toxic. If you find that certain people or situations are contributing to negative self-talk, you can take steps to protect yourself by limiting exposure to these influences or by reframing the way you respond to them. The process of self-discovery is ongoing. As you grow, evolve, and face new experiences, your understanding of yourself deepens. This continual process allows you to refine and adjust your self-talk as you move forward. The more you learn about yourself, the more you are able to speak to yourself with greater understanding, compassion, and strength. Self-discovery and self-talk go hand in hand. As you grow in self-awareness, you gain the tools you need to master your inner dialogue and ultimately to create the life you desire. In conclusion, mastering self-talk is impossible without first understanding who you truly are. Self-awareness and self-discovery provide the clarity you need to identify your strengths, embrace your weaknesses, align your thoughts with your values, and rewrite the stories you've told yourself. When you know yourself at a deeper level, you gain the power to change your internal dialogue, turning it into a force that supports your growth, success, and fulfillment. The more you know yourself, the more you can cultivate a self-talk that propels you toward your highest potential. Your self-talk is not just about motivation. It is a tool for focus. It directs your attention and keeps you on track, especially when challenges arise. The internal dialogue you engage in can either bring confusion or provide clarity in your decision-making process. In moments of uncertainty or when faced with distractions, the words you say to yourself have the power to ground you, guide you, and help you remain focused on what truly matters. By mastering your self-talk, you can harness the power of focus and clarity, ensuring that you stay aligned with your goals and purpose, no matter what obstacles come your way. The human mind is constantly bombarded with stimuli, thoughts, external distractions, and competing priorities. In a world full of noise, it can be incredibly difficult to maintain a clear sense of direction. Self-talk, when used intentionally, acts as an anchor. It helps you tune out distractions and prioritize what matters most. The moment you begin to hear yourself thinking, "I'm overwhelmed," or "there's too much to do," you can choose to replace that with affirmations like, "I have the focus and determination to take one step at a time," or "I will break this task down into manageable steps." These simple reframes guide your attention away from chaos and towards clarity. When we allow negative or unfocused thoughts to dominate our minds, it's easy to feel scattered or disoriented. You may find yourself juggling multiple tasks or feeling overwhelmed by the sheer number of decisions that need to be made. In these moments, self-talk can either fuel the confusion or provide a path to clarity. For example, instead of saying, "I'm not sure what to do next," try affirming, "I know exactly what my next step is, and I will focus on completing it." By consciously directing your inner dialogue, you create a mindset of clarity that helps you move forward with purpose and confidence. Self-talk also serves as a tool for decision-making. When we are uncertain about a decision, our inner dialogue often reflects the fear of making the wrong choice. This fear can paralyze us, leaving us stuck in indecision and hesitation. However, positive and constructive self-talk can help you gain the clarity needed to move forward. When faced with a difficult decision, instead of saying, "I'm afraid I'll make the wrong choice," reframe it with, "I have the wisdom and insight to make the best decision possible. I trust my ability to navigate this situation." This kind of internal dialogue empowers you to take action, knowing that even if mistakes are made, you will learn and grow from them. In addition to guiding you through challenges, self-talk can help you maintain focus during tasks that require sustained effort. Whether you're working on a long-term project, trying to improve a skill, or striving to reach a personal goal, distractions will inevitably arise. During these moments, your internal dialogue acts as a constant reminder of the bigger picture. By saying to yourself, "I am committed to completing this task with excellence," or "I can push through this moment of discomfort because my goal is worth it," you keep your attention on the task at hand. These affirmations not only provide motivation, but also help you maintain mental clarity and discipline throughout the process. One of the most significant benefits of self-talk is its ability to reduce the impact of external distractions. In a world where multitasking is often praised, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Our minds are constantly jumping from one thought to another, often pulled in different directions by outside stimuli. However, self-talk helps you regain control over your focus. By repeating affirmations like, "I am present in this moment," or "I am fully engaged in what I am doing right now," you create a mental environment that minimizes distractions and sharpens your focus. Your words become a shield against the noise of the outside world, helping you stay centered on your purpose. The clarity that comes from focused self-talk also plays a critical role when you're confronted with unexpected challenges or setbacks. When things don't go as planned, it's easy for confusion and self-doubt to creep in. In such moments, your self-talk can either amplify your sense of frustration or offer you the clarity to think more clearly and problem-solve effectively. Instead of falling into a spiral of negative thoughts such as, "This isn't going to work," or "I've failed," you can reframe your thinking with, "I am capable of finding a solution," or "This setback is just a temporary challenge and I will learn from it." By shifting your self-talk to one that empowers problem-solving, you maintain clarity of mind and the ability to take proactive steps in the face of adversity. Furthermore, the clarity provided by self-talk extends beyond individual tasks and decisions. It also helps you align your focus with your long-term vision. Without clarity, it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day struggles, losing sight of your larger goals. Self-talk can help you realign your focus with your ultimate purpose by constantly reminding you of your why. For instance, instead of getting bogged down by small inconveniences, you can affirm, "I am committed to my vision and every step I take is bringing me closer to my goals." This helps maintain a sense of direction and reinforces your dedication to the bigger picture, even when minor challenges arise. Mastering self-talk as a tool for focus and clarity requires practice and intentionality. It's easy to let our minds wander, especially when faced with distractions or difficulties. However, when we choose to speak positively to ourselves, we actively direct our attention towards solutions, growth, and progress. By consistently using self-talk to sharpen your focus, overcome challenges, and make clear decisions, you create a mental environment where success can thrive. In summary, self-talk is an incredibly powerful tool for focus and clarity. It acts as a guide, helping you cut through confusion and stay on track, especially when you're facing challenges. By consciously directing your internal dialogue, you create a mental environment that fosters clarity in decision-making, reduces distractions, and aligns your actions with your ultimate goals. When you master the art of using self-talk to maintain focus, you unlock the ability to navigate through life with purpose and confidence. Mastery comes with discipline. To truly master self-talk, you must practice it consistently, just like any other skill. It requires commitment, patience, and intention to ensure your thoughts are aligned with your desires and purpose. The discipline of positive self-talk is not a one-time effort or a quick fix. It is a continuous practice that demands focus and persistence. Just as an athlete trains daily to improve their performance, you must dedicate yourself to training your mind to foster positive, empowering thoughts. Over time, these disciplined efforts will shape your mindset and transform your internal dialogue. One of the keys to the discipline of positive self-talk is consistency. Just like learning a new language or mastering a musical instrument, mastering your thoughts takes regular practice. It's easy to slip into old habits or allow negative self-talk to creep in, especially during times of stress or uncertainty. The true discipline of positive self-talk comes when you choose to remain intentional about your inner dialogue, even when it feels challenging. Every time you catch a negative thought, you have the opportunity to replace it with a positive one. Over time, this consistent practice rewires your thinking and makes positive self-talk a natural part of your mental landscape. The power of consistency lies in its ability to create new neural pathways in the brain. Research shows that our thoughts have a direct impact on the structure of our brain. Repeated positive thinking can actually strengthen the connections in the brain that support confidence, resilience, and success. When you practice positive self-talk consistently, you are not only changing your thoughts, but you are literally changing the way your brain processes information. This mental discipline is what allows you to reframe negative patterns and cultivate a mindset that supports your goals, dreams, and purpose. Another aspect of the discipline of positive self-talk is patience. Change does not happen overnight. The old patterns of negative self-talk have been ingrained in your mind over years, and it will take time to replace them with healthier, more constructive thoughts. During this process, you must be patient with yourself. There will be moments when you slip back into old habits, when doubt and negativity creep in. This is normal. The key is to not judge yourself harshly when it happens. Instead, practice self-compassion and gently bring your thoughts back to a positive affirmation. Patience allows you to stay on course even when progress feels slow or the road ahead seems unclear. It's important to trust the process and believe that with each positive thought, you are moving closer to mastering your self-talk and unlocking your full potential. In addition to consistency and patience, the discipline of positive self-talk requires intention. You must approach your thoughts with purpose. Just as you would not aimlessly wander through your day without a goal or a plan, you cannot allow your mind to wander aimlessly either. Intention involves consciously choosing the thoughts that align with your goals, values, and desires. It means actively steering your mind toward positivity, even in the face of adversity. For instance, when faced with a challenge, instead of succumbing to fear and doubt, intentionally remind yourself of your resilience, your ability to overcome obstacles, and the strength within you to handle the situation. This focused approach ensures that your thoughts remain aligned with your aspirations, helping you stay on track even when life presents setbacks. The discipline of positive self-talk is not just about replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. It's also about cultivating a mindset that seeks growth, learning, and improvement. When you make a mistake or face a failure, instead of engaging in self-criticism, you choose to engage in constructive self-talk that encourages learning and progress. For example, instead of thinking, "I failed," you might affirm, "This is a learning experience and I am growing from it." This shift in thinking transforms challenges into opportunities for growth, which, in turn, keeps you moving forward with optimism and purpose. To truly master self-talk, it's also essential to build a habit of gratitude. Gratitude strengthens your ability to stay focused on the positive aspects of your life and reinforces the habit of positive thinking. By making gratitude a part of your daily practice, you train your mind to focus on abundance rather than scarcity, on opportunities rather than obstacles. For example, start your day by affirming, "I am grateful for this new opportunity to learn and grow," or "I am thankful for the strength and resilience I have within me." These affirmations cultivate an attitude of positivity that supports your journey to mastering self-talk. As you continue to practice the discipline of positive self-talk, you will begin to notice subtle shifts in your life. Your confidence will grow, your resilience will strengthen, and your ability to face challenges with clarity and focus will improve. The key to long-lasting transformation is consistent practice, which allows positive self-talk to become a natural, automatic response. Over time, you will no longer have to consciously remind yourself to think positively. It will become ingrained in your way of being. The discipline of positive self-talk also includes creating an environment that nurtures this practice. Surround yourself with people, resources, and experiences that support your growth and reinforce the positivity you are cultivating. Avoid negative influences that contribute to self-doubt or criticism. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your mindset, and by intentionally choosing to immerse yourself in positivity, you create a fertile ground for your thoughts to flourish. In conclusion, mastering self-talk requires the discipline of consistency, patience, and intention. It is not something that happens overnight, but through dedicated practice you can reprogram your mind to think positively and in alignment with your desires and goals. As you develop the discipline to engage in positive self-talk consistently, you will notice a shift in your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately, your life. By cultivating this discipline, you create a powerful tool that not only supports your personal growth, but also empowers you to live a life of purpose, clarity, and success. In conclusion, mastering the art of self-talk is not a mere exercise in motivation. It is a deliberate, disciplined practice that shapes the very foundation of your life. It is a tool of transformation, a force that directs the course of your destiny. To truly live a life of purpose, success, and fulfillment, you must first take control of your thoughts, for your thoughts will always precede your actions. The discipline of positive self-talk is the key to unlocking the greatness within you, transforming your mindset, aligning your internal dialogue with your deepest desires, and propelling you toward your highest potential. Understand this: you are not a product of the circumstances around you, but of the thoughts you entertain within you. Every word you speak to yourself either builds or destroys, directs or distracts, empowers or disempowers. Therefore, you must approach self-talk not as a temporary tool, but as an ongoing discipline, one that requires your commitment, consistency, and conscious choice. When you align your thoughts with your purpose, when you discipline your mind to speak words of life, clarity, and focus, you create a foundation for greatness that cannot be shaken. The journey to mastery begins with awareness and is sustained through practice. It is through positive self-talk that you cultivate the resilience to face challenges, the clarity to make decisions, and the focus to fulfill your God-given potential. Remember, your words create your world. So speak life. Speak possibility and speak with conviction, for in doing so you shape not only your thoughts, but the very course of your life. Go forward with the power of intentional self-talk in your life and let your thoughts align with the greatness that lies within you. The world awaits your manifestation, for your words are the seeds that will bring forth the fruit of your purpose. Now, rise. And let the discipline of your thoughts lead you to a life of unparalleled success and significance.